Can you share with our audience what they can expect when they listen to Writer's Corner Live and Cover to Cover, two of your
Mhm.
active series online?
Well, okay, so Writers Corner Live was launched in 2018, so it's been 6 years, and we interview authors from all over the globe, anywhere from New York Times to indie sensations, and we're every Tuesday at 10:30, or well, right now it's 11:30 because the time changed, so 11:30 Eastern. Central Time, sorry. And we are online with that. It is live. So we're on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, that kind of thing. And then Cover to Cover is a separate show that I have myself, because the other one I do with a friend of mine. She lives actually in Cape Town, South Africa. So isn't that cool? We're on
Yes.
totally different continents and we've never met, but we've been working together for 6 years and just really love doing it together. We have a great time. And Cover to Cover was born out of my daughters are music artists and I am their manager, momager, we'll call it. That's what my girls call me. And so I had contacted a PR company about, they were doing magazine reviews they do them for music artists and authors. And so they were working on some reviews for me. And the owner said, I was looking over your website and I want a book podcast for my PR company. And would you do it? I was like, So it took me about 6 months to decide, because I was like, how am I going to do this different? What do I do? But anyways, now I'm on Brushwood Media Network. I have over 340,000 listeners globally. I'm so excited about that. And when you tune in Saturdays and Sundays, 12 to 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time, I focus on the backstories a lot of times of the authors. Being an author myself, I like to dive into what is behind the story, what is the life journey of the person who's written these books. And they're New York Times bestsellers, they're Today bestsellers, they're debut authors. Sometimes they're just inspirational stories, and sometimes I focus more on things like people who write for the disability world, and
Mhm.
anything that is resources, tools, and helpful to those of us out there in the world who are looking for answers. And so it's kind of cover to cover, it can cover all kinds of things, but I'm really enjoying it. And I have just met some of the most amazing people, like the former CEO of Procter and Gamble, and, somebody that, well, I told you who I interviewed yesterday. Like, he's the leading specialist in the world for, crop circles. I mean, whoever thought I'd meet this gentleman, and he's a famous artist, Freddie Silva, and wonderful gentleman. I mean, he's just made it. It's just amazing, all the people that we get to meet and interview, and it makes it a real honor, and a blessing.
It sounds like a lot of fun, and of course, we got interviewed together
Yes,
some months ago, which is how we got introduced in the first place. And it's been
that's
my
right.
pleasure to get connected with you. And it is an interesting journey. And as I said, there are so many interesting people in the world. And I think one of the things that we do is to help people in their cars or looking for something, or maybe even sitting at the beach, and to say, gosh, I didn't know anything about crop circles. And
I know.
now I know everything that I
I
ever
know.
needed to know about
I
them.
know.
And
Well,
I actually know what crop circles are, which I find fascinating. And I'm one of those crazy people who likes the Carnac stones in France and Stonehenge and
oh
this
yes, and he is.
Tenebrae.
Yes, and he's done like 16 documentaries on all of that, and he's had all these meetings like with NASA, and so all this science and the past and our history are coming together, and it was so fascinating yesterday, and it's a real blessing to be able to share that with others, because like you said, we never know out there who might just need to hear something that someone says, and it may change everything for them, and it may just make them smile. It may make them feel like, okay, I can get through today. Today I can be okay.
I think that's a very valuable concept, and one that we can certainly subscribe to. This is Dr. David D. Schein for Saving America. Please subscribe on your favorite platform.